All right, so someone sent us a whole bunch of stories
Oh, wow.
about acts of kindness from around the world.
Yeah.
They even gave it a title,
Huh.
Heartbeat, Human Connections.
Heartbeat. Okay.
What is this all about?
Well, it seems like Heartbeat Human Connections is all about good vibes and inspiration
Yeah.
and, sharing these stories. And we've got 10 of them today.
Nice.
Each one is highlighting a different act of kindness from different parts of the world.
Okay, cool.
Just like a little glimpse into like the best of humanity.
Okay, I am intrigued. Let's jump right in.
Okay.
Where are we headed first on our global kindness tour?
Our first stop takes us to Tokyo,
Oh, cool.
where a group of students decided to throw a surprise birthday party for their elderly neighbor who was living alone. They baked her a cake, decorated her apartment, and spent the day just sharing stories and laughing with her.
You know what? It's like
Mm-hmm.
just witnessing that intergenerational connection is heartwarming. Like there's something about seeing different generations connect and care for each other that just makes you feel good.
Absolutely. It speaks to a sense of community and shared humanity, that goes beyond age.
For sure. Okay, so what's next on our kindness journey?
Next, we're zipping over to New York City.
Okay.
Imagine a crowded subway.
Yeah.
A homeless man is shivering in the cold,
Oh,
and a passenger just spontaneously gives him his own coat.
wow.
And what's really fascinating about this is that this act was caught on video,
Oh, wow.
and it went viral.
So it's interesting to me how certain acts of kindness,
Right.
particularly the ones that are unexpected or, go against the grain, seem to capture our attention. Why do you think that is?
I think there's an element of surprise to it. We might have certain preconceived notions about big cities or even just like human nature in general.
Yeah.
And then you have these acts of kindness that disrupt those narratives.
Totally.
They remind us that compassion can exist anywhere,
Yeah.
even in the most unexpected places.
Like a little spark of hope. All right, so where to next?
Our next stop takes us to Cape Town, South Africa,
Okay.
where a local bakery is doing something really special.
Okay.
They've started this Pay It Forward initiative
I love those.
where customers can buy an extra meal for someone in need.
Nice.
They actually donated over 200 meals in a single day.
Wow, that's great. I love the ripple effect
Yeah.
of an idea like that. One person's kindness can inspire another and another.
Totally.
Creates like a chain reaction of generosity.
Yeah,
It just goes to show you the power of even the smallest acts.
absolutely.
All right, what's our next stop on this heartwarming adventure?
Next, we're off to London,
Ooh, across the pond.
where a young boy found a lost dog. And he refused to give up until he reunited it with its owner.
Good for him.
He spent hours searching, putting up posters, asking around.
Wow.
Finally, dog and owner back together?
That's persistence,
It is.
especially for a young boy.
Yeah.
Do you think there's something innate in us? Interesting question.
A natural inclination towards compassion.
That's-
Or is it something that we develop over time?
That's a question philosophers and psychologists have been asking for centuries.
Right.
There's evidence to support both sides, nature and nurture, playing a role in our capacity for kindness.
Yeah,
But this story definitely shows the power of a compassionate heart.
absolutely. Okay, before we move on to our next batch of stories, let's make one final stop on this leg of our whirlwind tour.
Okay.
Where are we headed?
Our last stop for this first leg is Sydney, Australia,
Okay.
where a group of volunteers organized a beach cleanup.
Awesome.
They collected over 500 pounds of trash,
Wow.
and their efforts inspired other people to join in.
It's amazing what we can accomplish when we work together for a common goal, especially when that goal is protecting our planet.
No.
It's like a collective act of kindness,
It is.
not just towards each other, but toward the environment as well. It speaks to a sense of responsibility and stewardship, and it can be really inspiring.
Totally. And a lot of times it's those small grassroots efforts
Right.
that pave the way for large-scale change.
Absolutely.
Okay, those were 5 incredible stories of kindness from across the globe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already feeling inspired.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear what other heartwarming tales await us in our next segment.
Me too. Ready for 5 more stories that show just how powerful human kindness can be.
Absolutely. These stories are like fuel for the soul.
Okay, so this time,
I'm ready to be inspired.
let's start in Mumbai, India.
Okay.
Picture this, a bustling street market
Okay.
where a street vendor notices a young girl crying because she can't afford school supplies. What he did next was truly remarkable. He used his own savings
Wow.
to buy her a brand new backpack filled with notebooks and pens.
That is so touching to go out of his way like that,
Right.
knowing he probably didn't have a lot to spare himself.
Yeah.
Speaks volumes about his character. What happened after?
Well, the girl's family was so moved by his generosity that they shared the story online.
Of course.
And get this, it ended up sparking a wave of donations for other children in need.
That's amazing. It's like that one act of kindness
Right.
became a catalyst for something much bigger,
It did.
inspired others to get involved,
Yeah.
created a ripple effect of generosity.
It's a beautiful example of how an act of kindness can have such a far-reaching impact.
It really is. Okay, so what's our next stop on this journey?
This time we're going to Paris.
Ooh la la.
Imagine a snowstorm
Okay.
hitting the city,
Yeah.
and a cafe owner opens her doors to homeless people, offering them warm blankets and hot meals.
It's incredible how some people, even when facing hardship, can find it in themselves to help those in need.
Mm-hmm.
Makes you wonder, though, if you see these acts of kindness, does it inspire you to be more compassionate yourself?
That's a good question. There's actually a concept in psychology called moral elevation.
Oh, okay.
It suggests that witnessing acts of kindness can evoke positive emotions and inspire us to emulate those behaviors.
Okay.
Studies have shown that exposure to altruistic acts increases feelings of warmth and compassion.
Wow.
So we're actually more likely to be kind ourselves.
So it's like kindness is contagious?
You could say that.
I love that. All right, what's next on our list of inspiring stories?
Next, we find ourselves in Sao Paulo, Brazil,
Oh,
where a nurse organized a free health camp in a low-income neighborhood.
wow, good for her.
She provided medical checkups and medicines to over 300 people.
That's amazing. But it brings up a question. Access to healthcare is a major issue in so many parts of the world.
It is.
So do you think small-scale acts of kindness like this
Mm-hmm.
can really make a difference when it comes to these big problems?
Well, it's true that systemic change is crucial to address things like healthcare inequality,
Right.
but these acts can still have a huge impact.
Right.
They provide immediate relief to people in need,
Of course.
and they can inspire others to get involved,
Yeah.
push for those larger scale solutions.
I like that it's like planting seeds of change,
Mhm.
one act at a time.
Exactly.
All right, what heartwarming story awaits us next?
This time, we're traveling to Toronto, Canada.
Okay.
Picture this. A blizzard has hit the city.
Okay.
A car is stuck in the snow.
Oh,
And a group of complete strangers come together to push it out.
I love that, just that spontaneity of it,
Yeah.
like no hesitation.
Right.
Just a shared instinct to help.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder, are there certain situations that make us more likely to just be kind like that?
You're right. Psychologists have found that these situational factors can play a role.
Okay.
Like feeling a sense of shared identity,
Okay.
or perceiving someone as in need, or
Right.
feeling capable of helping can increase the chances of offering help.
So it's not just about being a good person.
Mm-hmm.
It's about being in the right place at the right time
Totally.
and recognizing those moments where we can make a difference.
Absolutely.
Okay, what's the last stop on our global kindness tour?
Our final story takes us to Nairobi, Kenya, where a teacher decided to use her own salary
Wow.
to buy shoes for her students.
That's incredible.
Many of them walked to school barefoot,
Uh-huh.
so this was really life-changing for them.
That is so powerful. It just shows you the impact that one person can have.
It does.
To make that kind of sacrifice for her students is truly inspiring.
Did this inspire anyone else?
It did. The story got attention, and people were so moved by her selflessness
Yeah.
that a crowdfunding campaign was launched.
Oh, wow.
And they raised enough money to provide shoes for every student in the school.
That's amazing. And another incredible example
Yeah.
of how individual acts of kindness can spark a movement.
It's like every story we've heard has had this ripple effect,
Totally.
spreading outward, touching so many lives.
Before we wrap up, though, there's this hashtag I've been seeing
Yeah.
popping up everywhere.
Yeah.
Hashtag Kindness Challenge 2025.
Kindness Challenge 2025.
What is that all about? Seems like this Heartbeat Project's really taking off, but is it all just feel-good social media stuff, or can it actually make a difference? That's a good question. Social media can be a really powerful tool
Yeah.
for spreading awareness
Mhm.
and, inspiring action, but we have to be mindful of the downsides too. And I think the key is just being authentic.
Right.
Like if sharing these stories inspires people to do the same,
Right.
then that's great.
Totally. It's about that balance.
Yeah.
Spreading the positivity, but not,
Right.
doing it just to show off.
Exactly. It's about shifting the focus from, getting likes
Yeah,
to the feeling you get from actually being kind.
that intrinsic reward.
Yeah, like that joy and connection from
Mhm.
having a positive impact.
Okay, I have a question for you, dear listener.
Mm.
Have you experienced or witnessed an act of kindness recently?
Ooh.
Maybe someone held the door for you or helped you carry groceries or just offered a listening ear. What impact did it have on you?
It's amazing how even the smallest things can brighten someone's day.
It really is.
And it's not just about receiving kindness, it's about giving it too.
Yeah.
How can you be kind in your daily life?
It doesn't have to be anything big.
No, not at all.
Could be a compliment or helping a neighbor or donating to a cause.
Exactly. And like we've seen in these stories, even the smallest acts can have a ripple effect,
Yeah, they really can.
creating this chain reaction of positivity that goes way beyond ourselves.
It's like a reminder that we're all connected
Yeah.
and that our actions matter no matter how small.
And while it's great to celebrate these acts of kindness,
Mhm.
it's also important to remember the bigger problems that make them necessary in the first place.
That's a really important point. It's not just about individual acts of charity. It's about working towards a more just and equitable society where everyone has a chance to thrive.
Absolutely. Addressing issues like poverty and inequality is key to creating a world where everyone can experience kindness.
Yeah, not just receive it, but be a part of it.
Exactly.
So what's the takeaway for our listeners today?
Kindness matters. It has
Yeah.
the power to connect us, to uplift us, and to inspire us to build a better world.
Couldn't have said it better myself, so let's all try to spread a little kindness today. And if you're looking for more inspiring stories like the ones we talked about today, be sure to check out at AI for the People. They've got a whole feed dedicated to showcasing the best of humanity. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into human kindness. Until next time, keep those hearts beating strong.